Namaste yogis, it's day 3 of our journey this month together, and today's practice we're going to start at the very front of our mat, coming into a mountain pose. So your feet are hip distance apart, and that just means that the outer edges of your feet are lined up with the outer edges of your hips. We'll just soften our knees a little bit now so we're not stretching them solidly straight or pressing out through the backs of the knees. We're just softening into the body, relaxing your shoulders, and then taking one hand to your abdomen and one hand to your heart and just resting them there. So I invite you just to close your eyes. And just check in. How are you feeling physically right now? So what feelings and sensations make up your physical experience? How are you feeling energetically right now? Energetically, do you feel a little sluggish? Or is your energy high and vibrant? Or something else? So just a practice of awareness. Mentally, is the mind spacious or busy or something else? Emotionally, how are you doing at this time, at this moment? I'm going to relax your arms down by your side. Let the shoulders be heavy, and just take a pause here just to set an intention for your practice today. What would you like to take away from the practice? Soften your knees a little bit, turn your palms out, and begin your inhale. Allow the hands to follow as they reach overhead for the full length of your in-breath. So just stop wherever your breath stops. Then in the pause between your breaths, we turn the palms and exhale down. And in the pause between the breaths, we turn our hands and inhale up. And in the pause, we turn our hands and exhale down. So moving at the speed of your own breath, inhaling up, exhaling down. And we'll just do this 2 more times. So this on its own is a very centering practice. And last time. And just relaxing your arms down by your side now. And before we come into any more movement, just checking in. Just noticing the effects of the practice already on your breath, your physical body, your mental body. So as you inhale next, bring both arms overhead. Reach up through the fingers, and as you exhale, take your right hand and take it down by your side. Keep your left arm extended in line with your ear. Inhale, reach up through the left fingertips, and as you exhale, bend slightly to the right hand side here. Coming into a nice side body stretch, feeling into the left side body. We you inhale, both arms up to the center. And as you exhale, release both arms down by your side. Turning your palms, inhale, reaching up. And now turn your left palm out and slowly release the hand down beside your thigh. Inhale, reach up through the fingertips of your right hand. And as you exhale, bend over to the left hand side this time. You only need to bend as far as you can begin to feel your edge. And then stay present with what you feel. Inhale all the way back to center. And as you exhale, release both arms down by your side. Inhale, reach both arms up again. Lift the heart, look up, take your hands together. And as you exhale, swan dive down. Take your arms to the outside. Lead with the chest. Fingers to the floor. Bend your knees as much as you need to here. Inhale, halfway lift. So you can either keep your hands on the floor and just lift the chest, or slide them anywhere onto the lower legs and lift the chest here. As you exhale, we fold forward from our hip crease. So that's where the top of the thighs meet the hips, and we fold from here. Let the head come towards the floor. On your next inhale, we'll take your right leg back as far as you can. This is a runner's lunge. And as you exhale, we'll take your right knee towards the floor. Press into the four corners of your left foot. And as you inhale, round the spine as you come up nice and slowly. And as you exhale, take the shoulders down the back. Inhale, lean back, one breath. And as you exhale, crown of the head forward as you reach your arms actively towards the back of the mat here. Just checking in with the hamstrings of the left leg. Now we'll take your right hand off the mat, come up high on your finger pads, reach your left arm forward and all the way around for a twist. If this is catching your shoulder, if you have a shoulder injury or a lot of tension in the shoulder, just take your hand to your hip. You can still turn the rib cage, the ribs, the chest and the shoulder all around to the left hand side. One more breath in here. Inhale, reach through the fingertips. Exhale, both hands on the floor on either side of your left foot. Step forward into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, your choice. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up, lift the heart. Exhale, we'll take your hands to heart center and pause. Inhale, open up the arms, look up. Hands touch at the top, heart lifts. Exhale, swan dive down. Bend your knees if you need to. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, step back, long lunge with that left leg. It's a runner's lunge. And we'll release the knee to the floor here. Press into the four corners of your right foot. And as you inhale, think of that cat arch in the spine. Let the head be heavy and come up nice and slowly. And then as you exhale, take the shoulders down the back. Inhale, lean back, one breath. Exhale, crown of the head forward. As you reach the arms behind you, stretching them towards the back of the mat. Notice what's happening in the right hamstrings, the back of the thigh. Maybe you can feel a stretch in the front of the left thigh here. And then we'll take our left fingertips off the mat. Reach your right hand forward, stretch to the fingers. If the shoulder feels okay, you can circle it all the way around into your twist, or you can take your hand to your hip. So we're spinning the abdomen, the ribs, the chest, and the shoulder. Just breathing into whatever sensations are showing up here. One more breath in here, inhale. Exhale, place that right hand to the floor. Bring your left hand back onto the mat. Step forward into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up, lift the heart. Exhale, take your hands to heart center. And we take a little pause here. Feel your feet on the floor again. feel the movement of your breath. And we're coming into a little balance before we come back down to the floor. So this balance is known as Vrikshasana or tree pose. And there's a few little versions we can take today. First thing we're going to do is place the ball of the right foot on the floor and just let the knee fall out to the side so you can feel the hip beginning to open here. You have options to take the heel of that right foot just above the ankle and keep the toes on the floor, and then just find something to focus your gaze on here. You could take your hands to the heart, or you could take your foot onto the lower leg, pressing gently into the leg, letting the leg press back out into the foot. Or you could take hold of your ankle and lift it a little bit higher onto your thigh, just making sure never to place it on your kneecap. We all do it as beginners because it's a nice little rest, but it's just not good for the knee joint. Find something to focus your gaze at. Our balance will vary from day to day. It's okay to move a little in your balance. Your core will keep bringing you back to center. Just keep your breath easy here. One more breath in. We'll reach your arms up. Take your knee up so it's in line with the hip. And as you exhale, place the foot to the floor, arms down by your side. Take a deep breath in, shoulders up to your ears. And exhale, release. We'll open your eyes and do the other side. So come up onto the ball of that left foot. Let the knee just move out to the side. Just get a sense of what's happening in that hip, inner thigh, outer thigh today. You can place your hands at the heart and take your foot either in that baby tree with the ball of the foot on the floor and the heel resting just above your ankle. Or you can take it onto your lower leg, just pressing the foot into the lower leg and the lower leg into the foot. Or you can take it up onto your thigh, and the same goes. So 50-50, you're pressing 50% into the thigh is pressing 50% out. Find somewhere to rest your gaze on. And breathe easily. It's perfectly okay to be really close to a wall if you'd like to place a fingertip there just to feel secure. We'll take one more breath in as you reach your arms up, bring your knee up. Exhale, arms down by your side. Both feet on the floor, shoulders up to your ears. Inhale. Exhale down your back. And just close your eyes and pause again. Just check in. And we'll make our way down to the floor for our finishing practices today. So feet are hip distance. We'll scoot the hips all the way in towards the heels and bring the upper body all the way down to the floor. So it'll be really nice to get another little hip stretch in here. Like day one, we're going to cross your ankle across your left thigh in this lying down pigeon, which is a great stretch for the hips. You can either stay here. If this is comfortable and you're getting enough of a stretch, stay here. Or we lift that left leg, take our hands behind the thigh or in front of the shin. And we draw that left knee towards you as you open the right knee away from you. Just breathing into what you're feeling in the right hip. And the right glute muscles, the buttocks, the thigh. So the glutes are another area, and our hips for hiding emotional tension, just like your shoulders. So when we're stressed, you can visibly see our shoulders lifting, but our buttocks tighten too. And that's why we get a lot of lower back pain with stress. So this is a really great pose to try and get in at least once a day. It's like a little reset. So if I had just 2 poses that I could do in one day, I would do definitely a hip stretch and a twist. Just take one more breath in here. Inhale, exhale, release your left foot to the floor, and we'll cross your right leg over your left. Just hug your lower legs together. Lift up the hips, scoot them 2 inches to the right. Take your arms out into a nice cactus so you're opening up your shoulders, and we'll let the legs fall. So we're not pushing, let them fall to the left-hand side. The back of the head can remain on the floor here, or you can turn the head slightly to the right-hand side if that's comfortable. You can keep your left hand where it is, or just keep the elbow where it is. Flip the hand over just to rest lightly on top of your outer right thigh. And then just notice what shows up here. Can you feel your body visibly holding itself from the floor? So can you invite some softness into the body here? And then we'll slowly, mindfully bring the legs back to the center, scoot them back into the midline, uncross the legs. Just for a moment, check in left and right side of the body before we finish with our hip stretch and twist. You may notice a difference here. And then we'll take your left ankle across your right thigh, flex that left foot, and then draw that right leg towards your body with hands behind the thigh, in front of the shin, or keeping that foot on the floor. Flex that left foot and begin to draw that right knee towards your body as you open that left leg slightly away from you, enough so that you can feel a stretch in the hips. Notice if the chin is beginning to lift, and if so, lengthen the back of the neck, soften the jaw. So we use these shapes, these postures, or in yoga we call them asana, to get into our bodies. So many people think we use our bodies to get into these shapes, but actually it's the other way around. So we use these shapes, we use yoga to get into our bodies, as we're often not really present there. We're in our minds projecting, thinking about the past. But in yoga, our focus is awareness of our experience. So we find our edge and then just focus on the sensations that are there. And if we find ourselves getting distracted, we just keep coming back. And that's the practice. Just one more breath in, exhale, take the right foot to the floor. We'll wrap your left leg over your right. Press your foot down to lift the hips up. Come into a nice open cactus here so you feel spacious across the chest and the front of the shoulder. And then we'll allow the knees just to fall to the right here. Again, we're not pushing or pressing. We're just allowing and then noticing and feeling what's happening. You have options to keep your right arm where it is or keep the elbow where it is and flip the hand over to rest lightly on top of the thigh. So one more breath in. And as you exhale, slowly, mindfully back to center. Just scoot the hips back in. Take both feet to the floor. Again, just check in. Notice how you're doing. And then we'll finish off with our cannonball. So hugging your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your legs. Bring your forehead to your knees, chin to chest here. Squeeze everything. Inhale and exhale, arriving into whatever is your chosen shape for Shavasana. So stretching your legs out wide if that feels okay. Dropping the feet out to the side. Back of the head on the floor, or if you prefer a cushion, you can add it now. Letting the shoulders move away from the ears, so even just lifting them up, walking them away. Arms away from the body, palms up. Again, if you prefer, you can have your feet on the floor or roll onto your side. Just wherever you are, take a deep breath in and let that go. So just feeling gravity working through the body here. Feeling the touch of air against your skin. Feel the journey of your breath as it enters your body through your nose and as it leaves your body through the nose. Getting a sense of the space in and around you. The space that you've created for yourself with your practice. And inviting a deeper breath into your body now, just filling up. And exhale. And again, inviting a deeper breath in. And exhale. And now bringing some movement back into your hands, your wrists, your fingers, your feet. And then a full body stretch, whatever way feels right for your body right now. Maybe a yawn or some sigh or sound that would like to escape. And then we'll place your feet flat on the floor. And then slowly rolling onto your right side. And if you have a little blanket, bring it with you. And if you've got a pillow, you can take it underneath your right ear or use your hand. Just let the body arrive here on the right side. Using this time just to check in again. Fully, how do you feel? All parts of yourself. In today's reading, change is in the air. Just as the world around us changes and evolves, so do the circumstances and situations in our lives. We live in a universe that is alive, it's vibrant, and constantly evolving. Change is the way that nature, the universe, moves us through each period of our lives and into destiny. We are led to our next lesson, our next adventure. There's no need to deny change, to fear it, or to fight against it. Change is inevitable. Take your place in the universal dance, the universal rhythm. Allow change to happen. Work with it as your life unfolds. Sometimes change comes in one smashing moment like a volcanic eruption. Other times it happens more slowly. Learn to trust your body, its signals, its signs, its warnings. We let the gathering clouds warn us of impending storms, and we learn to study and predict tremors in the earth. In much the same way, our body can function as a barometer for our soul and its place in the constantly changing and evolving universe. You are open now, more sensitive than you've been before. Change is coming. It's here. You can feel it in the air. You can feel it in yourself. Thank your body for helping you. Thank the universe for what it's about to do. Change will bring you closer and closer to love. And now when you're ready, you can slowly make your way up to a seated position. Try not to disturb yourself too much. And we'll take our palms in prayer position at the heart center. And as you inhale, we lengthen from the base of the spine to the crown of your head. And as we exhale, we bow again, firstly to ourselves for showing up, and to each other, namaste.